Good afternoon, guys. Um, this is general tutorial. My name is Lesson. On today's video, I'll teach you guys on how to solve calculations on how to solve calculation questions on scalars and what vectors. Now, I have example one says that if 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 a vector a is equals to I plus 2j plus 3k and vector b is equals to 2i minus 3j plus 4k. Now find a minus b. Solution to solve this, since they say that vector a is what is I plus 2j plus 3k, right? And vector b is 2i minus 3j plus 4k. Now you have to find a minus b. I know that vector a minus b will be vector a minus vector b. So therefore, which is what vector a is what is this. So I bracket this minus vector b, which is what is this, right? So therefore, if you check this now, if you open this bracket, then that becomes I minus 2i is what is minus I, and we have this plus 2j minus times minus will give you a plus. So plus 2j plus 3j will give you what 5j. And also here we have here plus 3k minus times plus here will give you what minus. So therefore plus 3k minus so plus 3k minus 4k will give you what minus what k. So this is the answer. Very simple. Now I have question number 2. Question number 2 says that find the angle between two vectors a equals to ai minus 3j plus 2k and b equals to 5i plus 6j minus 3k. Now you know that for you in every vector question, for you to find the angle between two vectors, always use this formula, which is that a dot b is equals to magnitude of a dot magnitude of what b cos what theta. Now therefore this formula is called is scalar or dot angle formula for finding angle between two what vectors. Okay, if you want to find angle between two vectors, always use the formula. Okay, so therefore now first we have to find a dot b. Now a dot b is what is a, this is a vector dot what, this is what b vector, right? So that becomes 8 times 5 will give you what, that becomes 8 times 5 plus what minus 3 times 6 plus what 2 times 1 minus 3. So if you do this now, that will give you what, if you do this, that will give you 8 times 5 is what is 40 minus 3 times will give you what minus 18, and 2 times minus 3 will give you what minus what 6. So if you sum up everything here, that will give you 16. Now therefore after doing that you have to find the word, you have to find the word, the magnitude of what vector a. Now therefore magnitude of vector a is equals to what square root of what a, this is vector a, that becomes a squared plus bracket minus 3 all squared plus what 2 squared. Now therefore that becomes what square root of 8 squared is what 64 plus 3 minus 3 squared is 9 plus 2 squared is what 4. So if sum everything here, that will give you what square root of 77. Now therefore square root of 77 is what is 8.77. Now after doing that, what do? You have first, you have now secondly find the magnitude of what vector b. So that becomes magnitude of vector b is equals to what b vector is this, that becomes 5 squared plus 6 squared plus minus 3 all squared. So that becomes what square root of what, that becomes 5 squared is 25 plus 6 squared is 36. Then please know that this is plus and here is minus. Okay, this plus, here is minus, so minus 3 all square will give you 9. So that becomes, if you sum everything, that will give you 70. Now therefore square root of 70 is what is 8.37. okay, now therefore putting all these answers in this formula, in this our formula as usual. So therefore my answer for a dot b was what, was 16, right? So that becomes 16 is also my answer for magnitude of a is what is 8.77. now times my answer for magnitude of b was what 8.37. now cos what times cos theta, that becomes 16 is equals to what, this times this will give you 73.40 cos theta. Now therefore dividing by coefficient of cos theta, so divide all two by coefficient of cos theta, and you know that the coefficient of cos theta here is 73.4. so all through by 2, that becomes 16 over 73.4 equals to what, this all through by 73.4. so therefore if this cancel out, that remains only cos theta. Therefore cos theta is equals to 16 divided by 73.4 will be equals to what, 0.22. okay, now therefore cos theta is equal to 0.22. now therefore theta alone is equals to cos angle of 0.22. therefore cos angle of 0.22 is what, is 77.198. this is the answer. Very simple. Now I have number three. Number three question saying that if D is equal to minus 5i plus 6j minus 3k and E is equal to 7i plus 8j plus 4k. Now calculate D times E. Now you know that any place you see anything like something like times, this is times, like you have to find D times E or A times B. Know that that question is is a what is a field vector. You understand? Or you can call it what, a cross vector. You know, any question in this form, any vector in this form, D times E, is always called a field vector, or a what, or you call it a what, a cross vector. Now therefore, what do you do now to solve this? I have to first representing this in a vector form. So that becomes what, we have first ijk. Now I have this minus 5, I have 6 minus 3, so I have this 7, 8, then what, 4. Now if you want to solve this thing in a more shorter way, now what do? Take the first and the second columns. You know that this is the column and here is the word rows. So the first column here is I minus 5, 7. Second column here is what, j 6, 8. Always take the first and second columns, okay, to make it more easier. Now therefore, if you now taking from the first number in the word, in the first row, that is this I roll it down. Taking the second one, I roll it down. The third one, I roll it down. Now therefore, I know that if you roll from left to right, you add. You do what? You add. Now why from right to left, you do what? You subtract. So that becomes what? I times 6 times 4. You see it, plus bracket what? J times minus 3, because j times minus 3 times what? 7. That is what I got here. Plus k times minus 5 times what? 8. That is this. Now therefore, after doing that, you come again with take the word, take the first number from the word, take the first number from in the row from the right, and the first number here from the right is k. So roll it here. Take the second one, roll it here. Third one, roll it here. So that becomes what? I have this. That becomes, remember I say that if you roll from left to right, you add. Now from right to left, you do that, subtract. So row here, that becomes what? That's why I put this minus bracket k times 6 times 7 bracket. Now minus bracket I times minus 3 times 8 minus bracket j times minus 5 times 1, 4. That's what I got here. So therefore, if you do everything here, so I times 6 times 4 give you 24i. So j times 3 times 6 will give you minus 27j. I know that minus 27j plus times minus is empty as minus 2. J times 3 times 7 is minus 21. I know that plus times minus is empty as minus 21ji. So that becomes what? And k times 5 times 8 will give you what? Minus 40k. I know that plus times minus, that is empty as minus 40k. Now you come for this. K times 6 times 7 is what? Is plus 42. So it's plus 42k. So minus times this plus will give you minus 42k. Or you have I times minus 3 times 8 will give you what? Will give me what? Minus 24i. So minus times minus will give you what? Plus 24i. And we have this j times minus 5 times 2 will give you what? Will give me minus 20j, and minus times minus will give you what? Plus 20j. So therefore, if you color like terms, that becomes 48i minus j minus 24 minus 82k. Now note that if you multiply from left to right, you do what? Attach plus what? Attach plus sign, and y from left to left, and y from right to left attach what? Minus or sign. This is very simple. So you have this. We are asking that giving two vectors x is equal to this and y is equal to this. You have to what is the value of what b if x dot y is equal to 0. So therefore x dot y, so that becomes vector x is this dot vector y is what is this is equal to what? 0. Remember. So that becomes we have this. That becomes, you know that I is something as well 1. So that becomes what? 1 times 2 plus bracket 2 times what? 2 times minus b plus 4 times what? 4 is equal to 0. That becomes 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times minus b is minus 2b. So plus times minus is something minus 2b. And here 4 times 4 is 16. So that becomes plus 16. Plus 16 is equal to 0. Now what do you do? Collect like terms. That becomes minus 2b is equal to what? This crossover here become minus 16, and this crossover here become minus 2. So minus 2b is equal to minus 16 minus 2 is minus 18. So therefore, what do you do? Divide all through by coefficient of what? B. That becomes minus 2 all through by minus 2, and all through by minus 2. If minus 2 cancel out, that remains b. Minus cancel minus is plus, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So b is equals to what? 9. Very simple. Now, I have number 5. Number 5 say that find the vertical component of the vector whose magnitude is 100 Newton and makes an angle of 30 degrees with the word horizontal direction. Now, solution. Since you asked why find the vertical component, I know that anything vertical component is what is always that is y. Anything vertical is y, and the angle attached to it is always sin theta. So therefore, sin theta goes for vertical. So that becomes what? Now force is equals to, my force given here is 100 times sin theta. So and my theta here is 30. So that becomes 100 times sin 30 is 0.5. So 100 times 0.5 will give what? 50 what? Newton. Now F is what? 50 Newton. Very, very simple. Now number 6. Number 6 says that a unit vector is 0.4i plus 0.8j plus ck plus what? Ck. Now you have to what? Calculate the value of c. Now before you solve this, note that the magnitude of any unit vector must equals what? Must equals to 1. Okay, so that is it. So that therefore, now how to solve this? The magnitude of this vector now, it must be equals to 1. So that the square root of what? 0.4 all square plus 0.8 all square plus what? The square root of c square is equals to 1. So therefore, what do you do? Then that become what? 0.4 squared is 0.16 plus 0.8 squared is what? 0.64. Now plus what? C squared is equals to what? 1. So therefore, that becomes what? 0.16 plus 0.64 is 0.8. Now plus c squared is equals to 1. Now therefore, what do you do? Squaring both sides in order to find what? For c. So squaring both sides now becomes what? If you square this, squaring both sides, if you square this, this square root will be out. We cancel out this, so that is out. That remains 0.8 plus c squared is equal to what? 1 square. That is 1 square because you square both sides. And therefore, collect like terms. C squared is equals to what? 1 squared is 1. This cross over here become minus 0.8. So c squared is equals to 0.2. Now therefore, what do you do? Taking the square root of both sides. Taking the square root of both sides now. Square root of c squared is c equal to square root of 0.2 is 0.447. Now therefore c is equal to 0.4. Approximate to what? To 1 decimal word. Please, okay. Now therefore we have this. We have number 6 say that a force F is equal to 4i plus 2j minus 5k Newton. Now moved a what? A 5.0 kilogram body through a displacement of r equals to 12i plus j minus 4k meter. Now you also calculate the magnitude of the acceleration of the body. Now therefore, given that force is what? 4i plus 2j minus 5k Newton, right? And the mass given to us was 5 kilogram. Now we have to find the acceleration. Now for us to find acceleration now, we have to first find the magnitude of this force. Now find the magnitude of this force is square root of 4 square plus 2 square plus what? Plus minus 5 all square. So that becomes square root of 4 square is 16 plus 2 square is 4 plus 5 minus 5 all square is 25. So if you sum everything here, that equals square root of 45. And you know that square root of 45 is something as well 6.71 Newton. So therefore, now for me to find my acceleration, you know that from force is equal to force is a product of what? Mass and acceleration, right? So my force here is 6.71 is equal to mass times mass. My mass here is what? Was 5 times a, the acceleration. So 6.71 equals 5a. Now therefore, what do you do? Divide all through by coefficient of a. So it becomes divide all through by, and the coefficient of a is 5. So 6.7 all through by divided by 5, and 5a all through by divided by 5. So 5 cancel out here, remains only a. Equal to now 6.7 divided by 5 will give me what? 1.34 meter per second square. Now number 7 say that the polar form, this is very, very simple. Number 7 say that the polar form of the vector, specified by a equals to 2.7i minus 3.2g is given by what? Now solution, for us to find the polar form of a vector, first what do you do? First find the magnitude of that vector. Now this is a. Now therefore the magnitude of this a is what? We have 2.7 all squared plus what? My bracket minus 3.2 all squared. So that becomes square root of 2.7 all squared is 10.29. Okay. Now plus minus 3.2 all squared is 10.24. So if sum of everything here, that will give 17.53. Now square root of 17.53 is 4.2. Okay, now therefore therefore representing this in polar form is tan theta is equal to j over I. So which is equals, now if you check here, what's my j? My j is what? That is minus 3.2. So now I have to find the angle of this. So this minus should be outside. Then minus bracket 3, j is 3.2 all over I is what? 2.17. So that becomes what? Tan theta is equals to what? If you divide 3.2 over 2.7 give you what? 1.19. Okay, now therefore theta alone will be what? Tan inverse of 1.19 is what? Is 50.2. So therefore attach your what? Your minus. That becomes now therefore my theta is what? 50.2. So if my theta is 50.2, now therefore you know that in a polar form you can't get negative. You understand? So you can't get negative. So therefore I know that in a polar form, if your angle is negative, hmm, add it with 360. You understand? Now also know that if your angle is positive, subtract it from what? 360. Please, I repeat, in polar form, if your angle is negative, add it with 360. Why? Also, if your angle is negative, now sorry, if your angle is positive, subtract it from what? 360. So if you check, my angle here is negative, right? So therefore theta is equal to minus 50.20 plus 360. So if you add everything here, so this will give you 309.8 degree or approximately 310 degree. Now therefore in a polar form, this is what this 4.2 is my magnitude. That is what magnitude is always less than what 309.8 degree or 4.2 less than what approximately 310 what degree. This is what answer. Very simple. Very simple. This guy, if you find this video helpful and interesting, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share, please. Thank you.